shadows in the atmosphere, charting the stratosphere. Yeah. I prayed for you and kept you near in hopes you.
All right,
What's good, Insane Gamers? Did I beat you to it?
Listen, you already, every time you go to say the man goddamn, you about to say, it's your boy, man goddamn. You want to be me so bad. Golly.
Golly.
Look, you even wearing the same hat as me.
I had this hat on first. And then you go, oh, I FaceTimed you and you go, ooh, let me throw on a hat. So don't be coming at me.
I was working on my artistic creativity and I got lost in the realm of time because there's no construct. And I don't know what that means or has to do with any of this, but you still hear me? You're jumping around. Oh, Tyler, we lost him. Tyler.
Did I lose you?
No.
Yeah, I'm back. All right,
Okay.
Sorry. I died for a second.
I thought you went to Narnia for a second.
I rose from the dead. I was like...
As long as you're here and as long as all the viewers are here and you're about to enjoy, Tyler, I'm going to say arguably the best podcast on Twitch, allegedly, of course. You know, everyone else has their biased opinions, but that's what it is. It's opinionated. Right?
That's what podcasts are about, opinions.
All right, and we got a couple or a few opinions later on. We're going to end the show again today. We've been doing the theme. I think this will be the third week in a row now we've done this with the brackets. This week we do have a bracket that talks about the best sex scenes in movies.
Oof.
There's a lot, Tyler.
It's going to be contentious, I think. Pretty contentious. We might have to get the coin flip app ready.
Well, you know I already got that ready because I know you never like to agree with me.
And you never like to agree with me.
So, I mean, sometimes that works out in our favor when we're trying to
I love how you're painting me as the bad guy right now.
Well, you are. I'm always good cop and you're the bad cop.
Okay.
But we can switch it if you want.
No, I like it this way.
All right. Just making sure. But before we get into all that, there's some other stuff going around, believe it or not, in the sports world. There's some rumors floating around that supposedly the NBA executives and I think even Adam Silver himself have whispers of potentially saving the season, Tyler. I don't know what that would look like, but what are your thoughts on that? What do you think? Is there any hope, or are they just kind of giving us something to talk about?
Do you want what I think would be best? Obviously, I think what would be best is let's just get over this, not have any fans in the stadium. I think everybody is over watching all of the sports replays from 2006 up. The other day I was watching like 2006 Michigan State versus Ohio State. I'm ready to get back to, current stuff. So what? The fans can't be there. We can watch on TV. I want to see what's happening. I'm sick of hearing all these rumors about, well, LeBron James will say that the Lakers won the NBA championship if they don't have a season or yada, yada, yada. I think we're all ready for it as sports fans to just let's get it up and going and, ride it out. I mean, what the worst that could happen is the players have to stay in a hotel night before a game. Oh, well. Then there's no fans allowed in the stadium. Oh, well. But they can still perform it on live TV. I think that's what we all want as sports fans. Just bring back sports.
See, I agree with you, and I kind of thought that to myself the other day. In theory, that makes sense. But at the same time, you got these guys on the team, and yeah, you can probably isolate them and keep them, within the same area, teammates and coaching staff, everyone involved. But at the same time, someone's going to go, I don't know, talk to their wife right? Or children who was talking to this person, and that's like the whole situation of what we're trying to
Avoid.
avoid right
Yeah.
now is the whole social distancing. Yeah, in theory it makes sense. Oh, no fans there, the team's together, but there's always, the loose ends here and there, and maybe someone doesn't have the same views on this whole situation as other people. Oh, this is a hoax or this and that. I'm gonna go do whatever the fuck I want, and that's just how that spreads, right? So I
No,
feel
I
like,
I agree. They definitely have to have some strict guidelines if they're gonna go back to doing, sports again. Because obviously we're getting to the point where we feel like this is never gonna end. At least that's how I feel. Like I feel like they're gonna reopen the government. They're just gonna allow people to come in and out when they please. And if it gets worse again, we're just gonna do back to what we were before. So I'm all for reopening sports though, without any fans. It's not like I have any basketball teams around me. I mean, we both know the Orlando Magic aren't going to the NBA playoffs, so I don't have to worry about that. But
yeah.
I just miss watching the sports or miss watching basketball on TV, especially this season because there was a lot of fun things going on. I mean, shit, yesterday was supposed to be Vince Carter's last game, or 2 days ago, and we missed that. So it definitely sucks because now we're just getting to the point where the playoffs are about to start in a week. We're missing like all these guys' last games, seeing who's going to be the MVP, who's going to go to the playoffs, so on and so forth.
Yeah, I mean, I see that side of it too. I just like playing devil's advocate a little bit. And at the same time, from a business standpoint, I'm not really sure, Tyler, that they would lose a lot of money if they, didn't have fans. Obviously, a big part of it is ticketing and stuff like that. But if people still aren't working and everyone's watching the games, think about the advertisement, right? They're going to get a shit ton more advertisement. They don't have to, pay all the people who would have been working in the stadium, the vendors and whatnot, and the concession stands.
I mean,
And
shit, even the TV deals, that they could have negotiated for this time. Like, I'm sure these networks are sick of playing old replays of sports events. Shit, I was watching FIFA 20 on TV today just to get a little taste of some soccer, some normalcy in sports. I'm just trying to get anything I can get. I'm like a crackhead just trying to go down the street and find some crack. I'm just a sports fanatic just trying to get some sports in my veins.
Tyrone Biggums, right, the Chappelle skit guy.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I want crack.
on my Monday Night Gaming stream, I was playing some Call of Duty, but they had the championship game for the Bleacher Report Madden series. If you saw
Yeah.
that, Packers Patriots, rightfully so. This the matchup that everyone wanted, but it wasn't even Brady versus Rodgers. It was Brady versus Favre. Of course, the Green Bay Packers came out on top, but at the same time, they had 30,000 people, Tyler, tuned in live to a simulation of Madden. Like, so if you think that people don't miss sports right now, you're sadly mistaken because everyone is just trying to look for something to fill that void.
And just imagine Bleacher Report got that on like ESPN or something, or like a major news outlet. Like, just imagine all the people that would be watching on ESPN or whatever TV network. Like, people are just dying to see any type of sports right now to just go back to some sort of normalcy. And baseball is hurting from it, NBA is hurting from it, especially right now because like in the NFL, you got guys that are trying to make names for themselves for the draft. You got guys that are trying to make names for themselves in the NBA draft. I mean, and they can't do that. A lot of these guys that are in the NBA or NFL or, professional sports right now made names for themselves in their draft combines or in, tournaments, and all of these got canceled. So now we might not even see, guys that are going to be big names in the future because of that.
Right. Yeah, and one thing, just kind of retracting a little bit to what I was talking about, the Bleacher Report Madden simulation. Lefko, who was narrating, commentating on the game, he sounded like he was talking through a fucking iPhone headphone microphone.
Like an ASMR microphone?
No,
Like one of those tiny mics?
it sounded like he was talking through a fucking tin can, and I'm like sitting here thinking, they got this guy on the Bleacher Report official, Twitch channel, sounding like he's I don't know. Talking like I
Fucking
said,
Dennis the Menace from the movie, just with his black or his baked beans tin can.
talking like if they had microphones on the headphones that they give out on airplanes to watch movies on, like that's what he sounded like, and I was just like kind of blown away by that. But
Just
yeah,
think that tournament was probably put together like last minute. That's probably why he had no like good equipment for it, and they still got 30,000 views.
well, no, it was like a couple week long thing that
I know,
they
but it was probably put together like for that guy last minute. Like, why was he talking on a mic like that? He should have had like the full setup.
like. Yeah, it looked like I don't know what the deal was, if it was his internet connection, because it looked like he had, when they showed his webcam, he was in a suit, all dressed up, and it looked like he had a decent quality mic. I don't know if that was just for show, Tyler, if he couldn't get the the auxiliary board to work, so he just had to plug in the backup headphones or talk through his laptop audio, kind of like how you and I used to record our raps back in the day, just straight off the MacBook built-in microphone.
Or off of the voice app on your iPhone.
Yeah, fucking. I think we had like a rock band mic. That was the best quality we ever had. But anyways, sticking with the within the sports world, next week, a week from yesterday, we're supposed to have the NFL draft, and I don't know, man. It's weird. Usually there's a lot of promotion. I guess I don't really have cable television, so I don't know. You might know
There's
better than I
I
do.
there's not a lot, honestly.
Like this is gonna be, I feel like, the biggest shit show ever, Tyler. With as much as we have, the standard of technology nowadays where people can have, look, I got this decent webcam, you and I have decent mics, AirPods, what have you. But I feel like the gravity of being, it's like obviously if you're in Radio City Music Hall, you realize you're on national television. But if these dudes are sitting in the comfort of their own home, right? I might forget. He might forget he's used to walking around the house, whatever player, in his underwear, fucking little ball bag slip real quick on national television. Like, there's no way to screen this. There's no way to,
I
regulate
think
it.
I think the best thing about it is I read a headline from like Adam Schefter. It was like now you get like all these big name officials for the teams worried about being hacked during the NFL draft, like teams hacking into the database or into the other team's thing to see what players they plan on selecting or who like their war boards and shit like that. And it's like I cannot wait for the 30 for 30 on the coronavirus, just based on the sports world, just like all the craziness that's going on for this. Like I never would have thought I would have read a headline. The Jets are worried about someone sneaking in and hacking into their system during the NFL draft. It's like, first off, A, who gives a shit about the Jets? B, I'm sure they have some sort of like malware that they can prevent that from happening. So
Well, I mean, IT guy here, malware is actually
I knew you were
the
gonna say
virus
something.
that would infect your computer, and antivirus software. But anyways, yeah, dude, imagine.
Yeah, Norton 2020 is the best. Go get that. Am I right or am
You
I wrong?
done? No,
Am I wrong?
I mean, there's a lot of different ones as far
Her
as
sister was
end
a witch.
end
You're telling
user.
me that I'm wrong.
Don't get that reference, but I'm gonna chuckle because you seem to enjoy it.
It's from TikTok, my guy.
Oh, oh,
Come on.
sorry. Anyways, but
You created a
imagine
monster.
Joe Burrow. I guess so. Joe Burrow, right? Probably the number one overall pick. This week, a couple days leading up to the draft, someone sends him a cigar email. Oh, hey, Joe, saw you smoking the stogies after the national championship game. Click this link. We want to sponsor you. Boop. Now he's got malware on his computer, Tyler, and he doesn't know it. It's just laying there dormant. Come fast forward to this upcoming Thursday. Hacker goes in there. Oh, Joe's getting interviewed for being the number one overall click. Boop. I'm hacking his system. Now they're looking at my beehole. Right?
Not only that, maybe they're just trying to leak some information that they have on Joey Burrows, Joey Buckets. Maybe he has some nudes out there that,
It's gonna.
a girl at LSU just wants to release.
Well, if I'm Joe Burrow, I don't think I'm gonna be too ashamed if some of my nudes get leaked. I might do that on purpose, just boost my draft stock a little bit. I don't know.
Draft stock or making guys hate you some more.
Right, or maybe it goes against his favor, right? If he's got too big of an appendage, that could slow him down a little bit.
This is true. Trying to run like your big kielbasa sausage between your legs is a little bit tough. I mean, there's guys in the NFL that have. Look at Bill Romanowski. Couldn't find a cup big enough for him. Or that was Goldberg. That was Goldberg. Never mind.
I don't know. I'm just going with it.
The longest yard.
You seem confident. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, look back. I think it was like 3 years ago with what was that lineman's name that got drafted by the Dolphins? He was wearing a gas mask, smoking weed.
Tunsil.
Yeah, Laramie Tunsil. I'm sure we're bound for a couple of those types of pictures during this time.
We got Nabs checking in on the chat. Hi guys, just want to let you know I found the love of my life and we are sex happy. Listen, I'm happy for you, Tyler. I'm not sure how you feel about it.
Wow, that is baller, dude.
They probably searched sex on Twitch in our
Nabs,
our title.
Yeah, I hope you're still on right now. Like, what is it like? Is it is it good?
Her name is your mom, and you just got nay-nayed.
Oh,
well, I don't know why you would be having sex with your mom, Nabs, because that's what you said, your mom, and I said your mom. So now I'm referring to your mom. Fuck you, Nabs.
Nabs.
Wait,
I think Nabs lives in either Alabama or West Virginia if he's having sex with his mom.
Yeah, Nabs having sex with his mom. But also, Tyler, you got nay-nayed. I know we're
Is this 2012?
Like what? At least say Ligma or something, right? Like you're a big TikTok guy, Tyler. What's the new trend of going around for like even Gotti? Like you got nay-nayed. I don't even think that makes sense.
I feel like I'm back in high school, like middle school, like do the nay-nay, like.
Anyways, yeah, I
wonder how old this person is. He's probably like 36 and thought that reference was like hot in the streets.
Relevant. Listen, he's probably older than some of the movies we're about to discuss. And I think some of them are pretty old school.
I mean, not Casablanca old school, but
nearly 58.
Holy shit.
Okay, boomer.
I think this is my dad.
Wait.
I think my dad's roasting us right now.
Tim! Who gave Tim a fucking Twitch account? God damn it. He's over here talking about nay-nays and
Tim's one of the people that just wants to watch sports, so he goes online to watch NBA, like Lakers games on NBA 2K20. Hey, Tyler, did you see the Lakers beat the Nets? What? They didn't even face last night. No, I was watching Twitch.
Dad, that was a simulation. God damn it. All right. Well, I think the draft will be interesting to say the least. But, it is to just reflect on this whole situation as a whole. Like stuff like this, as shitty as it is, and we're seeing this from the first time, it's gonna prepare us for the future, Tyler.
For sure.
If something ever like this ever happens again, we'll be prepared. Whereas if something to this extreme didn't happen, we would have never been prepared. So you gotta experience for the first time.
You gotta look at the pros and cons. You gotta look at it from an optimistic standpoint, which I agree. The one thing that I will say that will be missing that I hope they do install.
Yes.
NFL representatives watching the No Look podcast today. I have one good idea for you. I'm going to spit it out there. Mm-hmm. Drones, okay? Ooh. We're going to get drones from the sky with jerseys for all of the players going right to their house so they can hold the jersey in front of the drone camera and, pretend like Roger Goodell is next to them. They can shake their mom and dad's hands or hug them, kiss them, whatever the case may be. But let's bring the drones back into this. I know Amazon has a warehouse full of them.
Good
point. Bring them to the person's house with the jersey that they got selected by. And there, now you got a good draft.
I think that would be interesting. Fucking Jeff Bezos, if they haven't thought of that, Tyler, that's an incredible idea. I'll give you credit for that. But yeah, Amazon was talking about the drones, man. They just come in, boop, like they got a whole army of them just on command. Wow.
Just slap an NFL logo on it and we're good. I mean, the NFL drone they can name him. They can name him something like Natty or fucking some cool name like Gronk or
The NFL probably shipped out all the top prospects just like a green jersey, and then they're just gonna do a green screen, superimpose it. And
I
then
got drafted by the Packers. Joe Burrows is like so happy right now. He thinks
Yeah.
he's got drafted by the Packers. I'm gonna
Oh,
play behind Aaron Rodgers.
dude, yeah, that could also be pretty bad for memes and whatnot. But then they got Roger Goodell coming up there like fucking uh
From Star Wars, like
Obi-Wan
coming through a
Kenobi,
fucking,
yeah, exactly. That's what. We're on the same wavelength right now. Do we want to jump right into the bracket we got?
I might as well because
Might
we're
as well.
about to dive in.
I mean, the fact that we just talked about sports during a time where there's no sports for 30 minutes is quite impressive. I'm giving us a pat on the back.
It was more like 20 because like 5 minutes was of me dying due to the internet, and the other 5 was from you forgetting that it was 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Definitely happens.
But I mean, 20 minutes is still good. I mean, that's like when you're having sex. Like 20 minutes is really good, I would say. That's a pat on the back right there. 30 minutes, I mean, okay, you might be killing her at this point. Or yourself. Thoughts?
Thoughts?
I mean, just think about it.
Wait,
Any of
entertain him for 2 seconds. I gotta grab my laptop. It started out
Any of
bad.
the sex scenes that we're about to name, they are not lasting for 30 minutes. That's just way too long. You know, I think a optimum time, obviously you got to include foreplay in there, yada, yada, yada. But I think an optimum time, 10, 15 minutes, I mean, anything longer than that, you're just like, what's wrong, my guy? Is it not good for you? Is it not enjoyable? Do you not enjoy it? Is she not enjoying it? I mean, geez, I feel like it's just like going in and out of a parking spot for the 15 minutes after that. But that's Dr. Tyler Hayes' take on sex. You can definitely join in every Friday at 4 or 5 p.m. on the No Look podcast. I will be discussing all of sex and everything that has to do with sex. It's great. Big fan of sex.
God damn, I
What about
love the
you?
cloud. So easy.
Do you love sex, Austin?
Is that even a question, my guy?
I was saying,
My middle name is Corazon, which is heart in Spanish, but in where I'm from, it means sex guy.
okay, so you're gonna have to go back and watch the 5 seconds that you were in on here, and I want to get your take on what you feel about what I said. So I'll be expecting that text message late at night, or early in the morning, or whatever.
Okay.
On your thoughts. Okay, I appreciate it. And I want to hear all the fans' thoughts. Like, what do you think? Is 15 minutes too long? Is 20 minutes too long? How do you park in a parking spot? I mean, do you go in and out multiple times, fast or slow? I mean,
We were talking about how long for sex,
I was just
like
saying.
how long you should last.
Nabe said, just wanted to let you know I am proud of
I'll
you,
stop
son.
responding to that fucking guy.
But
He's
you
trolling.
drifted from the light.
He's nay on.
I once saw a man have sex for 46 straight hours. That's incredible. That's way too long, if you ask me.
He's
way too long.
He's nay on me right now.
First off, Nabe, you watched a guy personally have sex for 46 hours? That says something about yourself, my guy.
Wait, hold on.
I mean, are you just in the corner, just like in everybody's room, watching them have sex? That's kind of weird. What was the shortest amount of time,
Why
Nabe?
are all my fucking settings all fucked up?
Is it Nabe or Nabs? Nabs, what's the shortest time? I'm very excited to hear this one. I feel like I'm on Howard Stern right now.
Okay. All right. I don't know why all my settings got messed up. Dan, you trying to sabotage us? The No Look podcast. I think we're good now. So
I love the one tab you have up right there. Let's talk about sex. Nice.
I was making sure the song. That's how it went. Not like it. Let's. I don't know.
First off, can we just break
was
down this list
confirming.
real quick?
Yes.
I want to get the reason. Austin is the committee for the seating, so I just want to get his take on all the seatings, all of the regions, and definitely break it down for you. So go. Floor is yours.
Okay, Tyler, thank you. Bracketology guy over here. I'm Jay Bellis. I think we decided, right? You Joey, but
No, yeah.
So number one, Tyler's pick. I had to go with The Notebook just because the overall severity of the movie, how popular it is, and it's romantic. So I gave that the number one. I put it up against Love and Basketball. That was also Tyler's pick because I feel like he would have tried to fucking sabotage one of my better picks by saying that's a good sex scene when I know it's trash. So I made him, put it up against his other pick. So
Can I explain why I picked that one?
yeah, go ahead.
I mean, I just feel like the aura of the whole entire scene. Not only is it about two people that love each other, but that are huge basketball fans and they're playing basketball throughout the movie, but you also got that R&B in the background, like that bump and grind type baby making music. I mean,
Yeah. No, I agree. Well, I don't agree, but it's your pick. You picked 8. I picked 8.
wow.
Next
Wow.
up, we got Brokeback Mountain versus Black Swan. It's a LGBTQ matchup, arguably the biggest LGBTQ matchup since Jeffree
Ever.
Star versus James Charles. I don't even know if those
Yo,
guys
James Charles
are against
is,
each
is
other.
trash. I will pick Jeffree Star any day of the week against James Charles.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Next, we got American Pie, classic. I gave that the higher seed. Trainwreck. Tyler, you know who that is, right? Amy Schumer.
Yeah, LeBron James. LeBron James.
And so the sex scene with John Cena, which I thought was hilarious, just the whole dialogue. I don't know if we can pull up audio because there's sex noises and I don't want to get banned on Twitch. 13. I put the Titanic there because
Is this the wait? Is this the James Cameron region right here? Both movies made by James Cameron.
well,
I don't think you knew that.
I did. Of course I did. What do you look at? I'm trying to go with a theme here,
Man,
Tyler. I'm
I
doing
see,
comedy. I'm doing the LGBTQ. I got the further on down the list. I got
I'm
comedy
impressed.
versus.
I'm
okay.
impressed.
I put time and effort into this, my guy. I didn't just throw it in randomly, a random generator.
Just
But
didn't throw it in there. Just didn't shove it in there.
not gonna elaborate on that. But 5 American Pie. We just said that. So 13 Titanic. Even though it is a pretty momentous movie in cinematic history, I gave Avatar the bump at number 4 because Tyler and I. This was actually one when we were kind of coming up with this whole idea for the bracket in the first place. We both said, ironically and quite weirdly, Avatar sex scene had an impact on our lives. We'll get into that. Number 3, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. My pick, Tyler, I may be a little biased. I love that movie, but just the fact, they're like killing each other and then they're making love and they're all, it's all physical and intimate and
So
something
basically,
just hit my
ladies,
desk,
what
but-
Austin is saying is that he likes it
I
rough.
like it rough.
I mean,
Ha ha. And 14 American Psycho, which I don't know if you remember that sex scene.
of course.
Okay, well, yep, that's pretty iconic. Christian Bale, he's got the 2 shorties. He's looking at himself the whole time, which if you've seen American Psycho, Christian Bale in that movie, he is definitely a narcissist. So not surprising. 11-6 matchup. This was a toss-up. The seedings, the numbers don't really mean much. Superbad versus Step Brothers. And I'm talking about
This is gonna be a tough one for me.
the McLovin sex scene, right, Tyler? So
Yeah, that's a good one.
Step
I like a good
Brothers-
redhead.
Step Brothers is the one in the bathroom.
The bathroom or the living room. I mean, it could be either
Well,
one.
you got to pick though, because I feel like that's.
We'll say the bathroom because that was more iconic.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's.
I
a
mean,
big
peeing in a
difference.
urinal as a woman, that's pretty incredible.
Oh, they golden pony boy. I mean, now that I'm saying it out loud, this is gonna be a little closer. 7 Gone Girl versus Team America. This is kind of a weird one. And then to finish it off, we got MacGruber versus.
Quick question
Sarah
for the Gone
Marshall.
Girl one. I'm confused on which sex scene you're referring to. Neil Patrick Harris or
Yes, yeah.
Ben Affleck. Okay,
I did.
because
Yeah,
the
I
Ben
didn't-
Affleck Emily Ratajkowski one.
Right. Well, I was going more with. Yeah, we'll just leave it at the Neil Patrick Harris, the NPH.
Okay.
Because I do want to dive into it more once we get involved. So we'll start at the top this time. 1 versus 16, Tyler, The Notebook versus Love and Basketball. I mean, this is pretty easy for me. I'm not sure.
I
if
mean,
you
I've already
have
said
a
my piece
weird-
about love and basketball and the R&B playing in the background, but you got to go with the Notebook on this one for me, just because of the whole story behind it. I like the Notebook because it paints the picture of the future with the past, with the present, you
Yeah.
know. So
Yeah,
that
no.
scene, right? Also, might I add, when I was looking up, probably the government looking at my search history on my phone for top sex scenes, Ryan Gosling has a lot of sex scenes in movies. I found out.
Well, Ryan Gosling is sex. He used to break dance with Justin Timberlake in the day, so you know he's got the fucking moves, and I'm sure that translates to the
He's got the
bedroom as
hips.
well. It's
He's
all
got
in,
oily hips.
it's all in the hips, baby. Number 9 verse 8, Brokeback Mountain, Black Swan. First and foremost, rest in peace, Heath Ledger. I tried to combine that. Gone too soon.
Heath.
You know, this is a weird one. It's like, why are you putting Brokeback Mountain on there? It is iconic, Tyler. You know, probably the first of its kind as far as a homosexual sex scene on, this big of a stage.
Would there be Black Swan sex scene without Brokeback Mountain, though? That's the question.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, I think Brokeback Mountain came out.
Before.
It was before. Yeah.
You
'cause
are mistaken.
Yeah. I mean, I can't really say I necessarily watched the whole movie or remember it, but Tyler, sex sells, and more so from a guy's perspective. So I feel like you could have done a lesbian sex scene, regardless.
True. I mean, there has been, but more iconic than Black Swan, I think not. The one thing that's holding me back from picking Brokeback Mountain outright is Natalie Portman in Black Swan. I had the biggest crush on Natalie Portman.
Oh.
She was probably my number one celeb crush back from Star Wars, episode 1 through 3.
Yep.
Padme, oof.
Ooh, yeah.
But
The
I gotta
hair.
go with Brokeback Mountain on this one.
Really?
Really.
Wow. I mean, they're both iconic, but at the same time, bro, you know how graphic Black Swan got? I mean, that's porn without being on Pornhub. Like, Mila was going to town. She was giving her nice little munchies.
I
Yeah.
want to go with Brokeback Mountain because of that. Because you got two guys, Heath Ledger, Jake Gyllenhaal,
Okay.
probably two of the hottest guys in Hollywood. I mean, this might be the first coin flip of its kind right here.
All right. Well, we got the first coin flip. And just to be clear, once I do this, we're not doing the coin flip, right? We're going to wait and click it.
Right.
Okay. So what are we giving? What are we giving, heads versus tails? I'll let you call it.
I mean, they were given head in Black Swan, so.
Well, they're probably giving head everywhere, but heads Black Swan.
I mean, they showed it in
tails
Black
broke
Swan.
back. Heads it is.
Oh.
Black Swan, right?
I'm not mad about this. I mean, I'm
Bro.
really not.
Mila Kunis, Ellie Portman.
Like
and
I said, I'm not mad about it.
just giving him. All right. Anyways,
You good?
Yeah. No.
We know what Austin's doing after
I'm
this.
picturing it. Make sure I click end stream and lock the webcam. No. 5 American Pie versus 12 Trainwreck.
Now, explain to the viewers what's seen in American Pie.
When he was boinking pie, right? That's what
Yes.
you said.
There's a beautiful scene.
When he's balls
he
deep
got
in
caught,
some
too.
peach cobbler. But I get it, and I get how iconic of a movie American Pie was, but like by definition, I'm like a pretty big like to the rules type of guy. So like by definition, like a sex scene is a guy putting his dick in a apple pie.
His ass was out. His ass was out.
I mean, sex
His
with a
dick
pie
was
itself. Sex with a pie, like the phrase right there, that's kind of contradictory itself because you know.
I mean, there
pies
was
are an
the
inanimate
scene with
you can't really have sex with it by definition.
True. But you can. And he did. But there was the scene with Tara Reid too. We could possibly do that. But
Well, you
I think
gotta
the
pick
pie
it, though.
one
That's
is
the thing.
I think the pie one's funnier and it's more iconic. When you think American Pie, you think of the pie with the little hole in it.
All right, so let me take you and the viewers back a little bit to Trainwreck, right? John Cena, Amy Schumer, they're doing Missionary, and Amy's like, "Oh, I want you to talk dirty to me," and he's like, "No, look at me. I'm a physical guy, right? I don't talk like I use my body," and she's like, "Just try." He's like, "All right." He's like, "I'm gonna put my pecker inside of you." He's like, "I'm talking about my dick pecker, not my pecs," and she's like, "All right, keep going." And he's like, I'm gonna give you all the protein you need to survive. And then once he climaxes, he's like, "Oh, stay there, don't move." And I just thought, like, from a big masculine man to just, look so vulnerable, I just thought it was great.
Is that how you feel inside, Austin?
No, I just thought that was great
Oh,
comedy.
okay. I thought we were like going down like your therapist's road right now.
No, I leave that for
Okay.
Dana. But,
Okay.
Um, So clearly we gotta do another coin flip because
I mean, you persuaded me. I'll go with Trainwreck on this one. I'm a fan of comedy. American Pie was a joke for me. I couldn't find another sex scene. I also always laugh every time I watch that movie.
It's great.
I strive to be Stifler. You know.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure you don't have a hard time being Stifler. Ha.
Ha.
So Titanic versus
Oh, this is
Avatar,
a hard
Tyler.
one.
It's not hard for me. And this was the moment I was telling Tyler the other day when I was in the theater watching Avatar for the very first time, and I got a 3/4 chub for some 8-foot blue creatures with tails getting it on. That's the day I knew I'm a fucked up individual, Tyler. And from there on out, I just embraced it.
Well, I think Titanic came out when I was like 4, and
Right.
that was the first time I can clearly remember being turned on by Kate Winslet. Not only the time where she was like, "Paint me like one of your French girls, Jack. Paint me like this," which is a TikTok trend right now, which I'm all for.
Big
But
TikTok
also,
guy.
big TikTok guy over here, TikTok Tyler. But also, when they're in the car and you see the steam and then the hand, I mean, I gotta go with Titanic. This hits home for me.
Son of a bitch. We both agreed that Avatar was monumental.
I think Avatar is great. I really do. It's just Titanic was that first time for me, like
Wait.
Avatar was that first time for you.
Well, it wasn't my first time. I'm just saying. But who you picking? Young Rose or Grandma Rose?
Oof.
It's Grandma.
I don't know. Grandma Rose, you could tell she has those soft hands.
Ooh-wee. Just the wrinkles just would caress her.
Maybe take out her dentures, take her to town one time or two.
God damn it. You really? Do we gotta do another coin flip? Is there a limit on coin flips? What do you
There's
want?
not. I mean, I want you to agree with me, but
No.
I'm
What
fine.
do you want for the heads or tails?
Well, the tail of the ship in Titanic did go down first.
Well, avatars have tails.
That's true. Okay, I'll
so
give you that one.
Avatar,
He wants tails bad.
I love tails. Just put a cat tail on. Send me a picture. No.
I think this is what ruined Austin. Is the tail in Avatar has made him love tails so much in coin flip.
Oh, Jesus.
I think I found the root of it, Austin.
They're synonymous. All right, so tails, Avatar, heads, Titanic.
I mean, I know it's gonna be tails. Ah!
Tyler got his way that time. Didn't really need to yell that loud into the microphone, but he did anyways. Next one, Mr. and Mrs. Smith,
I'm a savage.
American Psycho. Okay, thank you for that. Everyone, follow Tyler Hayes 12 on TikTok.
Hey, follow AC Weezy. Is that it? AC Weezy or is it AC Weezy 31? Because
AC
I haven't done
Weezy.
31 in forever.
Stacey Weezy.
If you do this, then
Oh.
you get this.
Oh, fuck you. Mr. and Mrs. Smith, American Psycho.
This is an easy one for me.
Yeah, they're both iconic, but like I said earlier, Mr. and Mrs. Smith is...
That Mr. and Mrs. Smith one just slaps differently.
Dude, they were legit trying to kill each other, and not even 5 minutes later, he's inside of her. It's incredible.
Let's just say, Austin, real guns weren't being shot off, if you know what I mean.
Ha. All right, next one. This is actually really tough, Tyler. After
Yeah,
I started
it's fun.
picturing the fucking bath scene where she just saddled up, put the leg in the urinal, and fucking, sprayed out.
Golden showered.
But at the same time, super bad. McLovin getting it on. That homegirl was
That
thick.
red hair, that chick with the red hair. Oof.
That's all.
That made me really like G-strings a lot. I'm not gonna lie. There was that scene where she's walking in the hallway. McLovin's like,
Oh, it's 11:32. What? Bro, that chick. Yeah, that chick was bad.
wait. Also, didn't the cops come in during that scene too? Seth Rogen and Bill Hader.
Yes.
Didn't they like interrupt him? That shit. And that movie's so iconic. Super bad. Probably one of the funniest comedy movies out there. I mean, it never gets old.
Dude.
I have to go with Step Brothers on this one though.
Yeah, as
I
far as sex scene goes, yeah. I mean, homegirl rocked John C. Reilly's world. I think he was in and out in between 36 seconds, but
It was so funny. He goes, "It's so slippery and what?"
yeah. I'll agree with you this time. I'll put Step Brothers. All right, so Gone Girl versus Team America. You can't tell. Obviously, Gone Girl is mine. Team America's Tyler's. But so Tyler, what I wanted to wait to get into detail with for Gone Girl, with the Neil Patrick Harris scene, right? They're getting it
Yes.
on, and as NPH is about to climax and give his vinegar strokes, homegirl takes
His
a
O
knife
face.
and dices his neck. He's climaxing at the same time while he's spurting blood all over from his neck. I mean, that's crazy, man.
I mean, I'm aware of like the climaxing with like a rope around your neck type deal, but like I didn't know that there was such thing as like slitting your throat and climaxing at the same time. That must be a new genre that I'm not aware of.
Which, I mean, begs the question, would you rather die like in your sleep or die while climaxing?
That's an easy question for me, honestly. I'd rather die climaxing. If I could climax every single day of every second of my waking being, that would be the best wish I would ever grant. That'd be the first wish I'd ask a genie. Genie, I wish climax every second of the day of every time of my life. So
And as next two, you'd ask for more wishes and just keep wishing for climax in every second of his day. I don't know about all that, but Team America, I
really only put Team America on there
puppets
because
fucking.
well, I thought it was hilarious. It was the guy shits on the girl's chest. I mean,
Yeah.
that's pretty funny. And like the whole, it's puppets fucking, yes, like you said. But I gotta go Gone Girl on this one. I just thought the scene was more iconic. Also, Gone Girl also has Emily Ratajkowski in there. Just saying.
Yeah.
I mean, give the nod to that.
Yeah, that was. I mean, to have that as like the second best sex scene in the movie, you know, that's
Says something.
that's saying something. For as much as like a twist of a movie that was, you know, iconic wise, sex wise, yeah. Anyways, this is a tough matchup. I kind of, like I said, I tried to keep the categories going together. This one was kind of two random ones, where again, you know, the seeds, the numbers don't really matter for this. Forgetting Sarah Marshall versus MacGruber. Now, Tyler, I probably know where you're going to go because you have this weird infatuation with MacGruber. But let me just put this in your head.
Give me the scene in Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Okay, so they're on their honeymoon, right? One bedroom on one side of the wall, and right directly on the other side of the wall, right? One bedroom, you got Russell Brand and
Kristen
Bell.
Stewart.
No.
Kristen Stewart's from Twilight. My bad.
Kirsten Bell.
Kirsten
Right?
Bell. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
And then on the other side, you got, I can't remember his name now.
I know his face.
Mila
I know who you're talking about.
Kunis and Homeboy from How I Met Your Mother. And
Right.
So Belle and How I Met Your Mother, they were married, and now they're having sex with other people, and they're banging on the wall intentionally, like, "Oh, I'm having better sex," and then he's yelling, "Oh, this feels so good, we're having better sex," and meanwhile, like the other two like people that they just start hooking up with are like, "What the fuck is this?" It's like they're just trying to get each other jealous, obviously. But I
Right.
thought it was hilarious.
Classic scene.
Yep.
MacGruber, for those who don't know, who haven't seen MacGruber, go watch it. MacGruber is having sex with his dead wife, pretending to be effing her over a grave. So I think that is pretty iconic as is. I might have to say that
You also have,
that-
let me just say, Tyler, you also have the iconic saying from Forgetting Sarah Marshall, courtesy of Jonah Hill, "I just went from 6 o'clock to midnight." Not that really ties into it, but it kind of does.
it doesn't tie into it at all. And I'm going to tell you this: I was going to pick Forgetting Sarah Marshall, regardless of you saying that.
Okay.
But that is a nice
All time.
all-time saying. I've said that probably a trillion times without knowing that it came from that movie.
All right, Tyler. As we always do, we're gonna go from the bottom up, which
Ooh.
we do 454. I'm not sure you've been talking to Dan, but we'll try to close right off as close.
Oh,
to
we're
5.
good. If we go a little over, it's not a
Yeah,
big deal.
a couple minutes. But
Oh,
okay.
It's gonna be tough.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall versus Gone Girl. So this is like two great scenes, comedy versus action thriller.
I mean, Gone Girl
Almost-
has that weird vibe, you know. The whole entire movie, you're just like, you don't know if you're turned on or if you're scared.
It's a fear boner all the way through and through. Like
I would say so.
what is going on? It's so confusing, but I don't know, man.
I just gotta go. You know, the whole thinking of dying while climaxing at the same time is just
Right.
really struck a chord with me.
No one's
And I
done
think that's
that.
the route I gotta go.
All right,
Plus, it's Neil Patrick Harris. He's gay in real life. I mean,
right. Yeah. I was probably gonna agree with you either way because I was just so torn between it. Now we
both
got.
of them Austin's picks, by the way.
Here we go. Maybe this was more my bracket. We have another comedy versus action. Step Brothers versus Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
I mean, I'm gonna go with Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I know Austin's
Yeah.
gonna go with it.
I think-
The whole shooting guns and like rolling around on walls and sticking guns into places where you thought you were not sticking them into your holster or into a holster. Hello,
Keister.
hey, how you doing? Yeah, I mean that's a good scene. Plus, it's Angelina and Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
You know, probably two of the hottest people at the time.
Oh, and yeah, arguably, in their primes, just two of the hottest people. Definitely hottest couple, Tyler, I might have to say.
Brad
when they were
and
together.
Jennifer. You know.
Yeah, but I don't know. Okay. Again, probably biased opinion. Brunette, Angelina Jolie.
Alex and J Lo.
The DSLs are popping.
Yeah, that's true.
But next one, Titanic versus Trainwreck, 12 versus 13.
Although, can I
matchup.
say this before we move on? I actually liked Billy Bob Thornton and Angelina Jolie
I
better
was
than
thinking
Brad
it.
Pitt and Angelina Jolie. Were you thinking it?
I was thinking it just because of how bad it is.
Yeah.
Like the age difference, and he's badass, and she's a
You know,
rebel.
you know he was doing some freaky ass shit. That's the thing.
Well, dude, I feel like this doesn't get talked about enough. She was underage, right? When she started living with him, and then they started dating.
I mean,
know,
perhaps
kinda
that would
like-
be.
Kind of like an
That
R.
wouldn't be
Kelly,
anything
Aaliyah
Billy
type
Bob-
situation.
Yeah, I mean that wouldn't be anything Billy Bob Thornton would have never done in his life before.
No, not condoning it, but that almost gives it.
It depends
even
on
more
what
of a
state, though.
badass
I mean,
edge.
we're not all living
Well,
by the
no,
same rules in the United States here.
Well, I think if, late 20s, 30, and a teenager under 18, that probably no matter where you are in the country.
She was probably 17, pushing 18 at the time, though. I mean, it's not like she was 14 years old. I mean, shit. What's his face? That guy from the 40s or 50s. What was his name? Jerry Lee Lewis. He married his cousin, and she was like 13, and he was like 18 at the time. I mean, that's pretty fucked up, if you ask me.
Yeah, I don't even know that situation, but definitely fucked up. Now we got.
I'm just giving Austin a history lesson today.
I guess so. Golly, it's you learn something new every day, and today I learned that people out here fucking their underage cousins. Trainwreck versus Titanic.
I mean, that happens all the time in Alabama, so.
Tyler, they're both momentous. I think. I don't know the trend. We've been going on the more serious as opposed to comedy. Titanic, obviously, iconic movie.
I'm just going to allow you to say what you want to say. Because I know it's going to agree with what I'm going to say, and you're just going to try and, make it a contest between this. I mean, we know what's more iconic here.
Yeah, I mean, I probably would have put forth whoever came out of the Titanic Avatar matchup. So we're agreeing on Titanic right now.
Yes.
Just to clarify, get that out there. Titanic. All right, Notebook, Black Swan, Tyler. I don't know. As far as a sex scene, I'm picturing Mila Kunis going down, just giving carpet munches, and then Tyler, because Natalie Portman was all fucked up in the head at the time,
Right.
And she saw herself going down on herself.
Don't discount Ryan Gosling and Rachel McAdams, though. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, but like you said, Ryan Gosling has so many sex scenes.
But this is his best one. The Notebook. Most
I
like
don't know.
if I don't.
The Blue
Did you read the
Water-
book? Did you read the
Blue
book?
Water or whatever that movie is? I didn't read the book.
If you read the book, the scene
I'm
in the
not-
book is way hotter than the scene in the movie, which I think is why I put the Notebook so far ahead of it.
Yeah.
But they did a good job. But here's the thing. I'm gonna agree with you on this one. I think the Black Swan scene was a lot better because it's a sex
you.
scene. I
Thank
mean,
you.
we gotta put it on for our LGBTQ community.
Yes.
They're all rooting for us here at the No Look Podcast. So I gotta
you.
go Black Swan on this one. It's hotter. That's all I gotta say.
Listen, Tyler, let me just retract a little bit. You saying the the sex scene reading the book is better. You sound like a fucking 30-year-old mom that keeps her 50 Shades of Grey and her vibrator in the same drawer.
My name's Tyler in the streets, but in the sheets, my name's Tyra. What's good with you? I like reading books.
Gonna forget.
Sorry, I'm an educated man.
Nah, you can't hate on reading. But okay, diving right back into it. Black Swan versus Titanic. I gotta stick with the Black Swans, man. I just feel like how graphic and people watch that. It's like, holy fuck! Like, am I watching a movie?
Can you play that on YouTube right now?
I don't want to risk
Hold
it.
Hold on.
Why? You just saying so you can see it?
I just need to see if I'm I know what it is. I just need a quick refresher on the scene itself because I think I'm being a little biased with the whole scene with obviously Leonardo DiCaprio and my girl Kate Winslet.
So all due respect to Leo.
Of course, it's gonna make me sign in.
The man is sex himself, aged like a fine wine. But I'm just saying, for how like the impact it had on sex scenes and movies, and just like how big of a scene in the movie was the sex scene. Like when I think of Titanic,
might as well just go to Pornhub, not YouTube. I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't know. I didn't have an issue earlier. I was just looking it up.
Well,
but like, Tyler, listen to this. When you think of Black Swan, like the sex scene's got to be top 3 scenes in that movie, right? But when you think of Titanic, is the sex scene top 3 scene? I don't think so. I think when they're on the bow,
I disagree.
I think when they're in the water, and I think when he's drawing her.
That's top 3 right there. The sex scene is the 3rd.
So the drawing is the sex scene you're talking about when they're getting all steamy?
I mean, I would combine those as both, but I would say the sex scene is better than the drawing scene because it allows the viewers to see that this is the story of it, where it's gone to the next level. They're not having sex, they're making love, Austin. That's the difference.
But well, guess what we're doing? Sex scenes. We're not doing making love scenes.
I get that. I was going with Black Swan regardless.
Oh, okay. You just had to make me get upset and raise my blood pressure.
I had to give my opinion on Titanic, one of my all-time favorite movies. So
where's the Apple Watch? I need to check my heart rate right now. I'm getting heated.
Oh, all right. I know what I'm doing after this whole entire thing.
Oh shit. Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Gone Girl, I'm rocking Mr. and Mrs. Smith all the way.
I'm going to disagree. I'm going to go Gone Girl on this one.
All right, well, coin flip it. Smith heads, Gone Girl tails. You good with that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, you got it. Gone Girl. I mean, I'm not upset. It wasn't like too much of a landslide. Like
climaxing while dying at the same time.
Well, here we go. Gone Girl, Black Swan, Tyler.
Can I just tell you something real quick?
Please do.
These 2 movies describe both of us as human beings, both very dark, fucked up individuals, I must say.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that it worked out to these 2 movies at the end, because look at least half, if not more, of these movies were comedy, and for us to end up with even the final 2, but before that, Black Swan, Titanic, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Gone Girl. I mean, there's not one comedy in there, so
right.
I don't know.
Let's go through a pros and cons in this situation right here. Give me your pros for Black Swan.
I mean, the pros, just the overall graphic. How closely portrayed it was to being an actual sex scene that you might walk on 2 random people walking on them having sex. The cons. It was short. It was brief. And for me, the pros of Gone Girl, obviously, like you said, dying while climaxing. Need I say more?
Cons, seeing the blood while watching the sex scene. I'm not a big blood guy. I get kind of lightheaded.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're also missing one of the biggest pros in Black Swan, probably two of the hottest celebrities in my opinion,
Yeah.
doing it at the same time. I mean, Gone Girl, I'm not a big fan of what it was. I think more the scene itself
Right.
set the whole entire mood for the movie. Like, this bitch is crazy. She's for real.
Right.
Like, I mean, I don't know.
I wouldn't be upset with, they're both pretty iconic. I don't know.
Here's what I'll say. We can't end on a coin flip, though.
No.
We got to agree.
Well, okay. So, looking at it like this, I just think I would be upset with myself and us, Tyler, as a podcast if we didn't put Black Swan. Because listen, ballet, sexy, right? They're wearing tight shit. It's a very beautiful and
They
artistic
keep you on your toes,
dance. And
literally.
I mean, Tyler, lesbian.
It's in nowadays. I mean,
It's hot. It's hot in the streets. I
just
feel
do
like-
it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Black
You got
Swan.
me. You portrayed me.
Black Swan. I'm gonna say on both of our parts, I believe we both definitely picked, some good choices. I will point out that 3 out of 4 of the final 4 were mine. But,
I think it's because I didn't feel like arguing with Austin, as you guys could tell. I allowed us to speak as adults. I allowed him to get his way. He allowed me to get my way, maybe once or twice. But it's all about give and take it here. I don't disagree with any of the picks that we made, though. I feel comfortable saying Black Swan, iconic.
no, I definitely agree. I think we came to the right choice. Dan,
We
I'm just
came.
seeing this. Ha. Don't get Tyler going on Titanic. Is that one of your all times?
I'd say it's top 5, top 10 for sure.
Yeah, no, great movie. I do want to, we did get a little late start. That's probably my fault. Try to be respectful to the other programs on this podcast. So Tyler, I think, we're pretty good anyways, right?
Yeah, we Gucci, baby.
All right, we had a nice little discussion about sports. Be interesting to see. I know you and I will both be watching remotely, obviously, the draft on Thursday. And I think we came to a good conclusion on the bracket. So stay tuned, everybody. Stick around for the Ring the Bell podcast. Tyler will be back with Dan.
No. Ring the bell. Ring the bell already happened before this.
Oh, shit. Yeah, you guys were beforehand.
Next is Insane Games Live. They're playing Warzone tonight.
All right.
At
There it
7
is.
p.m. So, but if you guys have any ideas for brackets that you want to see, I know we've been doing a lot of
Oh, so we don't even have
anywhere
anyone
from.
right after us.
That's why I said we got time.
Oh.
If you have any ideas, I mean, we have gone the PG to X-rated bracket side, so it's not anything goes pretty much. Best sex positions could be next, or
Oh, yeah.
best. We've already done best songs to listen to. What
Right.
was the other one that we did?
Porn star, adult actresses. Excuse me.
Adult actresses.
Right, so we kind of got
Although-
a theme going.
We do have a theme going. Maybe we divert from it for a little bit. Maybe
Yeah.
we find God for a quick, podcast or two. But, I hope you guys are enjoying this, and let us know if you think of any ideas. Hit the line, hit the DMs, slide into the DMs. Mine's Tyler J Hayes 12 on IG. What's yours? AC Weezy.
AC Weezy.
No 31 or X.
No 30. Wait, yours is Tyler J Hayes?
Yeah,
I thought it was Tyler
12.
underscore Hayes 12.
it might be. Let's get a quick look. Tyler Hayes 12. It's not Tyler J Hayes. It's just Tyler Hayes 12.
All
on,
one. Any caps?
all
Is
one.
it case sensitive?
I don't think it's case sensitive. I wouldn't say. I don't think they do that on IG. But it's all lowercase because I'm not the big font type of guy,
Right. I mean,
'Cause
it's also.
I'm not tall. I'm small, so
Well, I don't know if those necessarily.
I'm big where
correlate,
it
but-
counts, baby.
Ahaha. All right, now we're just talking shit. So
Yeah.
till next time, maybe we'll do another poll. We'll give some options. Let the fans vote on what they think we should debate on or make a bracket about. But yeah, so 7 o'clock, Insane Games Live. Stay tuned for that. And yeah, until next time, boy, yo soy.
Your man, goddamn, love you, baby.